wash my hands real quick, and then we can start the live. Give me a second. I just gotta wash my hands. Okay, I'm back. Today I want to talk about eating, eating and transmuting, eating and transmuting, eating and transmutation. Okay, I'm eating, and we're gonna be talking about transmutation. So this is my beverage. I really wanted some juice, but for some reason, mineral water quenches that juice thirst. Like when you're craving juice, just get some mineral water, and then you won't even want juice no more. And then it's 10 times healthier. Now I had to balance it. I got rice and veggies, a veggie soup. I had to. I thought because I usually get the lime chips. I love the lime chips, but I saw this flavor, and I was like, I gotta try it. It's not better than the straight up lime chips. Lime chips are 10 times better. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I got. Welcome. I'm eating, and we're gonna be talking about transmuting situations because I almost fell into a siphoning energy. Hello, y'all. We're gonna be talking about eating. Well, I'm gonna be eating, and then we're gonna be talking about transmuting things. So, for example, for girls, when a guy, maybe you just met a guy, and they were texting you, and then they were talking about like they were gonna try to meet you. Hi. They were talking about they were gonna try to meet you or something, or they were talking to you, or the conversation seemed like it was going perfectly fine, right? All of a sudden, they just stopped talking to you. They just stopped talking. They were on the phone with you. They seemed completely in tune with you, like they wanted to have a conversation with you. All of a sudden, they disappeared. They went ghost. They disappeared off the planet. Who knows? You might care. I'm not gonna say who knows and who cares because the whole point of mastering transmuting is mastering the ability to do something else the minute your emotions are becoming a low vibration towards the situation. So it could be anything. So say like you didn't pass a test that you thought you were going to pass the first time. Instead of siphoning your own energy, lowering your own vibration even further. Let me turn this off because they're gonna try to copyright me or something. Instead of siphoning your own energy and lowering your own vibe because you didn't pass a test that you thought you were gonna pass the first time, transmute the energy into, well, I bet you I'm gonna pass the next time. So right now I'm gonna go start studying. Literally go pick up the book that you were gonna start studying. They might have ADHD and started talking to you and then got busy with something else. I am not the main priority. What are you talking about? Why you say I am like uh like is this a personal is this a is this something that's happened to you or something? I was putting examples and you said it like this is something that's really happened to you. So did somebody like confront you? Are you a female or a male? And no, I don't believe that BS. Okay, if we're gonna zoom it back to transmuting between like relationship problems when you're transmuting, I don't believe that BS. And I don't like when people claim for themselves that they have ADHD. Are you taking meds for that? And then if you're not taking meds, you don't have ADHD. Because you know how many, if you live in America, you know how many things you have to juggle in a day? People prioritize what they want to prioritize. If they want to talk to you, they'll talk to you. If you're not a priority in the prioritization of their mind, you're not a priority in the prioritization of their mind. Like how you would prioritize, oh, let me text back my mom. Oh, let me let her know I'm okay or something that I arrived somewhere. Okay, let me go clean. Let me go sweep this room. Okay, let me go do this and this and that. You prioritize the things that you were caring about most of that day. You prioritize when you have a doctor's appointment, you remember. I mean, sometimes people do forget doctor's appointment, but 9 times out of 10, you are not forgetting a doctor's appointment. Men prioritize when they want to talk to a woman or when they don't. If they really feeling her or if they don't. Point blank, period. Women are the same too. If they if the woman isn't talking to you the same day that you texted her, you not on a prioritization list in her mind at all. If it takes her the next day to reply to you, you are not on the prioritization list at all. So this is why I'm talking about transmuting that energy. It's no point in lying, both parties trying to lie to themselves. There's no point of having the other person even try to come to you and be like, oh, I was so busy. I had so many things I had to do. Da, 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 da. That's BS, especially if you live it in America. It's BS. We juggle like 1,000 things in order to conquer America a day. And I feel like it's pretty low balling for yourself to claim that you have ADHD because 9 times out of 10, most people's ADHD Your ADHD is caused from the foods that you intake on a daily. If you are ingesting 3 to 5 candy bars a day, that's why you have quote unquote ADHD. If you are eating meats majority of the time, that's why you have ADHD. Or if you are smoking, participating in things that are damaging to the body. I'm not judging you as a person, but if you know all of us have an instinctual knowing, like animals, how when they are born, they know to do this, and that. No one's telling them, they just know. Humans have the same thing, but they try to act like they don't. You instinctively know that when you eat more sugar, when you eat more certain meats, red meats, consistently, what is it doing? It's doing something to your gut. What is the gut? The gut is the second brain. Why is it the second brain? Because when your stomach hurts, you don't feel like doing anything. You don't want to participate in anything. You don't want nobody to be around you when your stomach hurts. Why? Because it is the second mind. It literally has such a power that it will literally lower your whole vibration, ruin your whole day because of what you have consumed. So I don't believe in ADHD. ADHD is a self-harm thing. ADHD is from what you intake and how long you've been intaking it. So if you've been ingesting candy, hella candy, every day for darn near 5 years, it's going to take almost 5 years. Well, really, the body is like a magical thing. You really could heal your body and get it back on its higher power within like a year. If you literally stop today, said, I'm going to cut out sugar today and go a month, your body is already like super healing. And like I was saying, when you crave juice, get you mineral water. Instead of juice, get mineral water. It literally, like, you're not even going to be like, oh, why was I even trying to get juice? Get mineral water instead of juice. Hey, Griffin. So, yes, I don't believe in ADHD. ADHD is caused from the foods that you are constantly in eating. So, ADHD, since you brought up ADHD, that can equal up into the process of transmuting. When you're eating certain foods, you're transmuting them. They're being transmuted within your body and going to different parts of your body. Thank you. They're going to different parts of your body and they're either damaging it more or amplifying it more. And we all instinctively know this to be true. The only reason what makes it such a challenge for most people is that when you feel so comfortable, you want to stay comfortable. And then sometimes it's like changing. You kind of know that when you change, like if you ever used to be a smoker, a weed smoker, I don't know about anything else, and if you stop, once you stop, the people that you used to smoke with, they don't want to be around you no more. It just instinctively happens. Like, there's only a few people that you could tell them, I don't smoke weed. I'm cool if you smoke, but I don't choose to, and they don't feel like you're inferior or they don't feel attacked by it. It's only a few percentage of people who are mentally capable of thinking that way. The other percent, no, you're making me uncomfortable. Now it seems like you think you better than me. Da, da, da. I used to have high school friends where I used to partake in that all the time after school. I just got to a realization. I was like, I feel like I'm not capable. I'm not being as creative as I know what I can be. So I'm gonna just stop smoking. I'm gonna just see what happens. I stopped smoking, consistently stopped. It was just felt 10 times better. They no longer, every time they was coming down to come visit, they weren't hitting me up no more. I wasn't invited to like parties no more because I'm not the one smoking. Everybody else is smoking. Why invite you? You're not gonna be smoking. I just encountered someone recently just now. They were wanting to hang out. They asked us, first thing they asked me, do you smoke? I said, no, I don't. I really don't care if you do, but I don't. They were like, oh, okay. They seemed like it was cool. After that, go. So what do you do when you get situations like that? When you tell people, I don't want to drink no more. I don't want to smoke no more. I don't want to eat meat no more. I don't want to, or I want to eat less meat if you want to take it slow, because you can take it slow. You don't got to go full blown vegetarian. You take things slow. You don't go cold turkey, right? Because then you're going to relapse. And you're probably going to relapse anyways. And that's why I'm talking about transmuting energy, because when you do relapse, to be successful in not continually relapsing, you have to be loving to yourself and know, like, okay, I ate this. But once you eat it and then you went some time without it, you'll notice your body shift. And then you'll feel like, wait, I can go back to not doing it again because I actually liked how I felt before. And then sometimes the reason why it is hard for people, they're not getting enough nutrition. So they feel like they need to because they're actually substituting their nutrition with things of junk. Like they're eating chips a lot. They're eating things that aren't nutritious to the body. So you feel like you do need to live off of meat in order to feel full. But the only reason why you feel that way is because you're not, the rest of the things that you're eating, you're not consistently eating things that are filling and nutritioning and are electricity wise. Because what are we? We're made of 70 to 78% of water, right? What is the earth made out of? Oh, it's like 70 to 80% of water as well. Electricity. Electricity powers everything around us. You're made out of water. Electricity is a currency. You need foods that add electricity to your body. Minerals, mineral water, uh, spirulina. I think it's another one called like coralina. I don't know, I might have said that wrong. But it's another one that's like green. Just start looking up foods that add electricity to your body. And just start adding those slowly into your diet. And then you'll see how you're not even hungry like that. You're not even hungry like that. Also, I'm gonna put you on. They need to sponsor me because I just found them. I went to Whole Foods, right? And I found these. Oh my oh my goodness, y'all. It's organic. It's no cheese because I stay away from cheese because cheese builds up mucus. Mucus later down the road causes sickness. So I'm avoiding all that. Those popcorn chips are the bomb.com. I'll eat a few of them and like I won't even want to eat the rest of the day. Like I won't be thinking about food. I could kind of like it's not a fast, but it's like an intermediate fast, and I could do it a lot easier. Recommend those. They're at Whole Foods and they were only $3. Okay, so yeah, we're talking about transmutation. If you missed a little bit, you can rewatch everything back. But I'm just talking about transmuting when you relapse on something you were trying to successfully stay in consistency with. Transmuting the energy not into shame. Because remember in school when they did that line, it's like a line graph for English, and they showed you how certain words were higher vibrational or mean a lot better connotation compared to other words. So for me, I'm a slim woman, right? It sounds a little crazy if you come to me saying scrawny. I'm bony, right? That sounds 10 times worse than saying slim, thin, model shape, in shape, because that's the reality of it. I'm in shape. But when I was in school, I used to get picked on for my size and be called, "Oh, you're skinny, no, you're scrawny, you're a bone." Those words are on closer to the negative side of the connotation of words, right? So shame, instead of understanding, awareness, thank you, awareness, analyzing myself, self mastery, I feel like all those words are on the same line, but shame is all the way at the bottom, close to the negative energy. So if you start to, instead of transmuting how you feel because you failed at something, quote unquote, you think you failed, the word fail, you really didn't fail, it's try again, right? Instead of using the word shame or falling into the emotion of shame, you're going to fall into the emotion of conquer. You're going to fall into the emotion of, oh, I understand now because I got it wrong the first time. Now I know what to do. Or now I know, okay, I'm not that good at that. Maybe that person's good at that because that's what their God given talent is. My personal belief is that everybody is capable of doing everything that every single human on this planet can do. You can be a singer if you wanted to. It's just other humans were specifically already placed, like that's like their gift that was already tweaked a little at a higher vibration. So whereas you would have to build it up and work a little harder to make your singing voice really boom and really be magical, you will never be like them because you were never meant to be like somebody else. Comparison is the thief of joy. But you are also capable of that same gift. That's transmutation, understanding I am capable of doing the same thing that that other person can do. I am capable of looking similar to that person. If I want to be in shape, I'm capable of being in shape. Now, my shape is not going to be exactly like their shape, but I could get sexy too, whatever your sexy is, right? So that's transmutation. So this video is getting at 20. I don't want it to be too long, especially for people who want to rewatch it in the beginning, because I talked a little bit about some other stuff. But I do want to promote my journal because my journal is in the description. It's this drawn. It's drawn. This is my design. I drew this, and I have actually filled out my own journal. And in this journal, what I did was every day I wrote out who I think I am. I am a beautiful, young, brown skinned girl who is capable of accomplishing anything. Anytime that I feel fear, I am capable of conquering that fear. Anytime that I feel like I failed, I really didn't fail. I actually just realized how to do something different. That's why you journal. You know, the Bible to me is kind of like a journal. And it's like a journal of all these different people's wisdom and experiences. And now it's become the Holy Bible because a lot of their wisdom and experiences is being passed down to you for you to either learn from their experiences or decode the experiences to understand them more in depth, to use them for your own life. And so I feel like people should be writing their own journals, their own quote unquote like Bible in pencil. I recommend pencil or blue ink to have it be deeply connected into your mind who you are, to reaffirm it. Yes, saying it out loud is very nice, but writing it adds power. You're putting wood to paper, wood and paper. It's just a whole nature, it's just a whole science. So, yes, I recommend that you go in the description and you check out my journal. It's on Amazon. Right now, I have a hard copy cover and a paper cover, but I think the hard copy cover is cool. My personal opinion. I also have a coloring book down there as well that you could check out, and some art that I've designed on mugs and like canvases that you can check out too if you like. And then if you have any suggestions on some art, message me and we can work something out. But yeah, just remember transmutation is a part of manifestation. All right, deuces.